everybody, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha Wright, the author of Curly Hair Adventures and What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's called What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. And today we're going to make it real quick and simple. To those of you who are new to my channel, that is exactly what this channel is about. What they don't tell you at the hair salon. So if you like this video, all you have to do is hit that thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So let's jump right into it. What is it that they don't tell you at the hair salon about how to use the RevAir? So this is my lovely guest. Her name is Tanya. And so you know how we're always like, if there's a video that you want us to do, you know, a topic, please type it in the comments. So she's here at the salon today. And she says, I need some help with how to use the RevAir. And I said, you know what? How about I make you your own personal video right here on YouTube? So let's hop to it. Now, if you have the RevAir device and you're going to buy the unit that comes with all the bells and whistles, you're going to get some free clips, you're going to get some hair care products, you're going to get a turban cloth, and you're going to get a little spray bottle, okay? So you have about 3 products that comes with your kit. So let's start off with how to use the products. So what they don't tell you at the hair salon is that most products all around the world are formulated according to textures and types. Like, is this hair curly? Is this hair fine? Is this hair strong? You know, is this hair color treated? So this is exactly how RevAir formulates their products as well. So you have 2 products. You have Play It Straight, which is for your types 3 and 4, and that's going to be for your medium to stronger textures of hair, and also maybe density, so it's a little thicker cream. As you can see, it's really rich and creamy. And then their other product is called Wave Goodbye. And so Wave Goodbye is for types 1 and 2. So Tanya has type 2 hair. So she's not too fine, she's not too strong, she's not too weak. She's kind of like right at the cusp. So this is going to work. Now they also have a Bright Spot Shine Spray. So that's not for her, for this method as well, okay? So this one is going to work best. So we're only going to use a little bit. So one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're using products on their hair is they use too much. So don't use a lot of products on your hair because it's just not called for, all right? That's one. Number 2, they apply them incorrectly. So most people will take the product, you know, pump it into their hand, and then they'll rub it, and then they'll go just like this. All right, that's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. That's wrong. So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon is how to do it correctly. So you're going to rub it all over like you're putting on lotion. And if you watch some of my other videos, you're like, I know that already, smarty pants. But remember, some of you might be new. So you want to rub it all over like lotion. Start from the ends because your ends are the oldest part. I don't care if you have hair down your back like Tanya or medium length like mine or very short. Always apply your product to the ends because this is where your hair is the oldest and it's going to need it the most. Because it's all over your hands, then guess what? You can work the product through your hair, and that's what they mean when they say evenly distribute the product throughout the hair. So you can't spray it on, you know, you can't just take it in your hands and slap it. You're going to rub it all over, and then you're going to work it through the hair. Next thing, you definitely want to make sure that you're going to comb the product through your hair evenly. So even though I took my fingers and I worked it and I rubbed it through, it's still not throughout all of her hair. Tanya's got a lot of hair. Y'all want to play jump rope? Aces in the middle, go 1. She like, stop it, don't shop. Off on the project, we used to do that, okay? All right, so we're gonna make sure that we comb this product through the hair, all right? Don't just rub it in and then grab your device. Now, it doesn't matter if you're using a RevAir or a blow dryer or your fingers. Please make sure you follow the manufacturer's directions, read the instructions, you know, and to make sure you're gonna do it correctly, because if not, you'll get a false read and then you'll say, this stuff do not work on my hair, okay? When most of the times, it is because we're not reading those directions and we're not following those instructions, okay? I think I mixed it up the other way. I said, all right. So now we're gonna comb it through. So remember, hair care and hairstyling are about 3 things. If you follow me, then you'll know, so say it with me. The right products, the right tools, and the right technique. Now, not my last name, but the right, okay? So the right tool is that you're going to use this long tooth comb here. Now, wider tooth combs are going to make this hair awful because the teeth are too wide and you'll rip through the hair and you'll start to see your hair thinning. You're going to lose your texture. So T, I'll bring this camera forward just a little bit. She's got, you see that? She's got a lot of texture in her hair. So we want to make sure that we do not compromise her texture because maybe some days she won't want to RevAir. Maybe she'll just want to rock her beautiful curls, all right? So we're gonna comb the product through the hair evenly. When you comb your hair, you're going to start at the regrowth. Don't start down here first. Remember, this is the oldest part. So Tanya, when you go home and you comb out your hair, start from here to move the product through and detangle it, all right? Now I know what you're saying, well that's the way I've been doing it all my life and I ain't never had no problem. That's why you ain't got no length. No, I'm just kidding. If you want to preserve the length, you want to keep the length, you want to preserve the integrity, then let's try something different. So even if you've been doing it all of your life, you know what, it's really not the best thing for your hair and it may work for you, but most of the people who have textured hair, they don't have this level of success when we're talking about length or integrity, her curl pattern. So everybody may not want long hair like Tanya, but surely they want to have this the integrity of the hair. So you see that? So you're going to comb the tangles out and then start back up and make sure that all of the tangles are out of the hair. Now you're doing this before you use your RevAir device, okay? Again, you see the tangles? Don't snatch this through. Work your fist down and then start tangling. Work it down, detangle, I'm sorry. Work it down till it actually comes out. So I also have another video. It's about 45 minutes with a little girl using the RevAir because she had a lot of hair. So some of these videos in real life you want to do them like in 15 minutes, but when you got a lot of hair, that's not always going to work out, okay? So next you have these wonderful clips, and big ups to RevAir for the wonderful clips that's going to work for people with a lot of hair. So Tanya has a long hair. Now density, she doesn't have a lot of fibers per cubic inch. But I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, she's coming off the screen. She's got a lot of hair. So let's bring it up this way, all right? So what she's going to do, I would say, no more than 3 fingers. So Tanya, when you're at home, you're gonna make sure when you part your hair, you got 3 fingers going on. Now Tanya also has tiny hands. She ain't no big ghetto fabulous girl like me. She's a little neat and petite, okay? So she has these really tiny fingers. So what they don't tell you at the hair salon is that you don't want to use really big sections if you have really tiny fingers because your hands are going to get tired from trying to grip all that hair. So these are her sections. Whoops, well, it's in an angle, okay? So there she is at an angle, but she's about 3, maybe 4 sections there, okay? So our device is on number 4. So don't have your tension settings up too long. So it's about, I'm going to go about 9 minutes into this video. So I'm going to show you how easy this works. And then Tanya's just going to take your hair and slide it into the device, and you're just going to hold it. Now, one of the mistakes that people make when using the device is they, I see them on the videos doing this. Okay, you don't have to do this, guys. That's not what's important because the air, remember, this is all about aerodynamics, okay? So the airflow is actually pulling the hair dry. So it's absorbing the moisture with the airflow. Also, the airflow is lying her cuticles flat, and that's why it comes out smooth, not straight. So this will not straighten her hair, but it will make her hair smooth. And that's the question that I always get is, will this straighten the hair? And the answer is, for some textures, maybe. Most textures, maybe not. So it varies. So this is going to smooth her hair, but she's not silky straight like a flat iron. Now you could, if she wanted to leave her hair like that, of course she very well could, but the drawback in reality, Tanya still has afro hair. So if we don't zap out the moisture, by the time she gets 2 blocks to the light, then that smooth hair will poof back up. So some people will say, well, I wouldn't flat iron if I was her. I would just go out the door with my hair like that. And it won't last because there's still a lot of moisture in the hair. So here we go again. So again, I'm doing this for her so when she goes home, she can just replay this video and she can see how nice it works. Also, you have a temperature setting on your device. So up high is heat, in the middle is no heat, and down low is cool heat. So Tanya, depending on how you feel with the temperature on your scalp and hair, you can adjust the temperature on the wand. That's what they call this. This is the actual wand, okay? So it's not pulling the water and putting it in the unit down here. It's not doing that. It's the aerodynamics that's actually laying the cuticles flat. You know, the hair is flowing, it's floating inside of here, and the water is kind of lightweight evaporating. So this is not a wet fat. And so you can move it around to make sure that you're getting the hair nice and dry. Again, this is very, very easy, very simple. She also, Tanya, you can put your fingers up here to check the root, so put your fingers up there. Now, this won't melt your nail polish or your gel nails or your acrylics, so you're very safe. So while she's doing this at home, all she has to literally do is just put her fingers underneath and see how that feels at the scalp. And then she can put her fingers in there and see how it feels. So take your hands and put it right there and slide it down some. Yep, there you go. And so now she can feel, oh yeah, it's getting somewhere dry. So it's just that simple. You see that again? All right, and then now we're up to the front. All right, now another question that comes up about the RevAir device is, will it work on textures like 4C, 3C, 4B, 4A? You guys know I can't stand that lowest scale. So what would Tanya's texture be? I don't know, maybe like a 2C or a 3C. Everybody has their own interpretation of the lowest scale. It's not my favorite scale because that lowest scale is made for another company. So RevAir has a scale, but they don't have letters associated with it. They're just going into the integrity. So most Afro hair is, you know, fine to medium. Most Afro textures are not very strong, so you don't need to use the wave goodbye. So if I could pick a visual on let's use a celebrity because most of us are familiar with celebrities and my cousin. So let's take like the Kardashians. They would have that four, like a very strong strand of hair that's within the RevAir hair rating system, okay? So that's how that works, all right? So there we have it here, and that's good. You can also comb your hair afterwards just to make sure everything is flowing nice and freely, and you can see how easy that's just working out. All right, so I'm gonna put it to an angle here, and we're gonna just do the same thing that we did to the other side. Again, you have these clips to hold the hair out of the way. Yes, you can collect some of the hair that you already RevAir so that you can have a nice blend. So you can do that as well. So again, just at the bottom and then slide your unit up. Now another question that comes up is, will this tangle my hair? This will not tangle your hair, but if you put the number up too high, it's going to tangle because it's too much force and you don't need it. So the tangling ain't necessarily the device's fault. It's really you not reading the directions and then following the instructions. So make sure you read the directions and then follow the instructions so that you don't tangle your hair. Another mistake that people make when using the RevAir, particularly those of us with textured hair, and if you're not used to or you don't shampoo your hair, let's say at least once to 2 times a week, heavily soiled hair, in my personal and professional opinion, is not for RevAir. So if you're one of those people who, you put a lot of gel and you have like, flakes and debris, a lot of creams, a lot of balms, a lot of butter, shea butters, coconut oils, avocado oils, those oils are very heavy and they're difficult to wash off the hair. So if you have residue on the hair, then you know what, you're not going to like the RevAir, because as with all devices that you use, you know what, your hair has to be clean. You have to do this on clean hair, okay? So here we go again. And the best way to get your hair clean is to do it the way that I'm doing it here, which are in sections. If you have hair this long, you know what, guys, you don't want to take the shampoo and do all of this all over because you're going to tangle it. I would section the hair and then go to the scalp and then work it down and pin it back up. Now, I do have more videos in on my channel that shows you how to do it. So that would be the best way. This is a lot of hair to get through. And if you get in the shower and you start, moshing this up all on top of your head, it's going to be very tangled, number one. And then number two, guess what? Your hair really won't be clean. And so when you use the device, you're going to be very disappointed because you're going to say, this stuff, my hair tangled, this stuff made my hair pasty, this stuff made my hair more frizzy. You see where I'm going with that? So a lot of that has to do with your hair not being clean versus the device. And I would have to say, as a licensed professional, that's probably the biggest problem we see in the hair salon, especially those of us who are in the habit of washing the hair infrequently. So women who like to wear hair installs, sew-ins, your box braids, some women are leaving those in their hair for 3, 4, 5, 6 to 8, some even 12 weeks. That's like 3 months at a time. You're gonna have to, do some serious cleaning if you waited that long to shampoo your hair. So the RevAir device, as in no device, be it flat irons, blow dryers, it doesn't matter. You have to make sure that your hair is very clean, all right? And then here's our last piece here. And again, now if she was at home, she would just lean her head over. I'm just doing this for visual effects, for the video. So don't put this high up. Just like, go. Now, what am I supposed to do about this? So at home, she would just lean her head over and just slide it in, okay? And again, don't do this. Now, if you have very dense hair, just move the unit around on the scalp to ensure that you're getting all of the hair, nice and the scalp rather dry. Because if you're going to blow dry this, you have to make sure that the scalp area is dry. If not, when you go to put the flat iron, then yeah, you're going to fry your scalp. So please make sure that the hair is nice and dry towards the regrowth area. And can you put your hair back? And this really, it does smooth out the regrowth. And the reason being because I'm actually putting it on it. Some people, I'm putting it on the scalp. You see that? So some people are up a little bit. No, go ahead on and put it down. And as you can see here, yeah, I got the kitchen. That's another question I get. Will RevAir smooth out the kitchen? Do you have to have really long hair? The answer is no. I've RevAir people whose hair was at least, I would say 2 inches. So there are a lot of influencers and everyday customers who are using this on any texture, any, length. So it varies from person to person. But I've had success on as low as 2 inches of hair. And there you have it, okay? So So that is how simple it is to use RevAir. If she wanted to put some products back onto the hair, I wouldn't recommend it. She doesn't need to, put any oil. She doesn't have to put on, any thermal protectant, because the tribology, remember, RevAir is saying that they are about shine, they're about strengthening, and they're about sealing. So there is your thermal protectant all into one. So with the RevAir products, when you buy the device, you're going to get your detangler, you're going to get your thermal protectant, you're going to get your shine, you're going to get your protein, and you're going to get that weightless feel. I would not add any oil to this, because then she'll be looking like Aaliyah. This is the L-I-Y-A grease. Did y'all hear it again? This is the L-A-Y-A grease. Okay, so we don't want to put any grease on her hair. I'm just going to go ahead on and flat iron her. And if I do feel like I just want to add a little bit of something, I would use just a little Excellento, and that pomade is really for, smoothing and just like a little film. I'm talking about a little bit, because when you use pomade, you know what? The heat just makes it spread. All right, so it's just that simple. That is how you use the RevAir on your hair at home. This video was specifically made for my tea baby. Peace, love, and hair. And if you ain't got no hair, don't want no hair, ain't interested in no hair, don't worry about it. All you have to do is just rub your beautiful bald head. Check out my podcast. Check me out on all the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I got you faded. All right, peace out, my good people. Bye.